All right, welcome back to the channel, Deontay Wilder Bomb Squad. Yes, sir, we're going to talk about Deontay Wilder and the interview that he gave. He said that he felt like a zombie going into the fight. I got my thoughts on that, and what I'm really hoping is going on with Deontay Wilder right now is a lot of people criticizing him, and based on what he said in this interview, there'll be even more people criticizing him, but it is what it is. Let's talk about what the champ has to say in this video. All right, welcome back. Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, lost his WBC heavyweight championship to Tyson Fury back in February, the last major fight to take place in boxing before we came into, before this whole virus thing kicked off and boxing got shut down and we all have to do videos from our houses. Oh, I've always done videos from my house, so welcome to my world, the rest of the world. Now, there's a lot of conversation that took place after that fight again because it's the last major fight. Excuse me, man. You guys love the channel, love doing videos with y'all, but sometimes I must check my messages. Sorry about that. So anyway, yeah, Deontay Wilder is no longer the WBC champion. He's given several interviews, and now I think because there is no other fights that have been taking place, there's a lot of focus had been put on what Deontay Wilder said. You know, before there was a miss, and he take a lot of heat. The reason that Deontay Wilder's taken a lot of heat, other than the fact that, you know, he lost the fight. And when you lose a fight and you talk and you're like, you're going to knock a dude out and all that, and you wind up losing like that, it's foreseeable. It's reasonable that people, you know, might bump their lips a little bit, man. It is what it is, you know, to the victor go the spoils, you know, to the loser go the tomatoes. So, you know, Deontay Wilder right now is getting a lot of, you know, tomatoes thrown at him. And similar to the way that Anthony Joshua had a lot of tomatoes thrown at him, after he lost to to Andy Ruiz, you know, same way that, you know, Muhammad Ali's career is over after he loses to Ken Norton. It's just something that happens in boxing, man. And hopefully it's just, that's just what it is. You lose a fight like everybody else loses fights that are great fighters. There are very, very few. There's only two fighters that I think are considered quote unquote great fighters that retired undefeated, and that's Rocky Marciano and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Other than that, everybody's taking a loss. But, you know, whenever they take the loss, you got to take what comes along with the loss, which is a lot of criticism. So the criticism that came with Deontay Wilder was around, some things were true that he got criticized for, some things were not true that he got criticized for. The portion of it that my understanding is not true is him talking about him having blamed this loss on his headgear and whatever. But when he said in this particular interview, now this is why I'm saying this interview should prove that he didn't blame it on This interview should prove that he didn't blame it on his headgear, because he's saying, look, man, I wasn't myself. I felt like a zombie out there. I don't know what was going, you know, I don't think he even really knows what was going on. And there's been speculation based off what he said that he believed that he was poisoned. I didn't hear him say anything like that, but, you know, those are just, you know, people are just going to say what they're going to say and, you know, make assumptions based off of it. But look, man, he's clearly saying that he just didn't feel like it was himself, you know, even with that, when he took the headgear off or whatever, he just felt like he wasn't the same person. So, you know, my take on it is, look, at this point in time, I don't really know. I don't know what good that really does for anybody other than figuring out what it is exactly that caused it and making sure that you have your head right on get your head right for what you have to do next. You know what I mean? So like, I've never pointed out that I didn't have an issue. I personally do not have an issue with people that explain the reasons why they think they lost something. For me, that doesn't bother me. Some people it bothers them. Some people it comes off as excuses. For me, being somebody that makes a lot of mistakes myself, I pretty much, when I make a mistake, and you make mistakes, everybody makes mistakes. The way that I think that you should go about handling mistakes that you make is that you analyze what happened. If you're taking a test and you get a C on a test, one thing you can say is, oh, those are a bunch of questions that, the teacher asked, the teacher never really discussed correctly or whatever, but that you can't change what the teacher does. The only thing that you can change is your preparation for the test. So if somebody says, hey man, you got an F on the test, what happened? Well, really, I was out partying. I was partying every Saturday night, and then I was supposed to study on Sunday, but I didn't do that. I went to play basketball. I did all these other things, and I really just didn't focus well enough. I was late to class sometimes and tired, and I didn't take notes. So, that's why I failed the test. Right now, somebody can retort and say, well, you failed the test because you didn't know the answers. That's what it is. You're just dumb. You just didn't know. And, hey, maybe I am dumb, but really, I can't do anything about being dumb, but I can do something about all the things that I did to keep me from putting forth my best effort. So when Deontay Wilder is explaining what it is that he felt happened in the fight, that he wasn't quite right, that he wasn't this, I think those are valid things for you to consider and for you to go over. Yourself with your team. I don't really know if it's a very constructive thing to go over it with the media, who are definitely going to take what you say, wrap it up like it's an excuse, and deliver it that way to help enable people that are going to ridicule you for doing something that really does not deserve a lot of ridicule. I don't personally believe that fighters losing fights deserve a ton of ridicule, especially in situations like what happened to Deontay Wilder. That is a situation where Deontay Wilder probably deserves a lot of praise for putting himself in that type of situation and then still demanding that he get a rematch for the fight. So to me, Deontay Wilder's shown a lot of character in all of this. I've always believed Deontay Wilder's shown a lot of character. Well, not always. Pretty much since I started paying attention to him when people started tearing him down around Anthony Joshua. Before that, I can't say that I always knew a lot about him. Well, I mean, I knew a lot about him, but that I really watched how he moved. But the way Deontay Wilder moves is he seems to me to be a very open and a very honest person, right? He's not putting on a lot of airs for people. When he says something, he's saying what he believes. He's saying what he's thinking. And, as a result, man, some information gets out there that, somebody who does not behave in that manner would not put out there. You know what I mean? So, all in all, man, it's just a difficult situation for Deontay Wilder right now. And for fans of Deontay Wilder right now, and I'm a fan of Deontay Wilder. But at the same time, man, I would like for Deontay Wilder just to focus exclusively on the next fight and what he's going to do for the next fight. I think is from like a PR standpoint, it would do him a lot of good to, if he's going to hire a new trainer, to hire the new trainer, let people know who that new trainer is, have that guy, talk to the media a little bit about what he's going to work on and how he sees this stuff going, and kind of build a positive conversation around Deontay Wilder and kind of shift it off of the reasons why he lost the fight to Tyson Fury. Because right now it's just like you have a bunch of people knick-knacking at him. You have Roy Jones Jr. and I don't think these guys are going out of their way to do it. More than likely what's happening is they're just, Roy Jones will sit there, somebody will put a mic in the face of Roy Jones and ask Roy Jones what he thinks. Right? Roy Jones himself might not actually taking the time to listen to the interview. He would just get what the reporters telling him. Like, hey, Roy, Deontay Wilder said that he believes that his headgear is why he lost the fight. What do you think about that, Roy Jones? And Roy Jones will be like, oh, man, I don't know, man. Come on, man. Tyson Fury's a champ. Don't say that, but never really. But Roy Jones doesn't necessarily know the context in which Deontay Wilder said it, or if in that particular instance, if Deontay Wilder said it at all, and it just winds up into this whole snowball of criticism. And since there's a snowball of criticism, if Deontay Wilder is actually on the internet reading this stuff, then he's feeling like the world is out to get him, and maybe that prevents him from really doing the only thing that is going to make all of this stuff go away. The only stuff that's going to make all this stuff go away is is having the fight with Tyson Fury, the third fight with Tyson Fury, and giving a respectable performance against Tyson Fury, beat Tyson Fury, cause Tyson Fury a lot of problems, just get in there and try to hurt the dude, man. Like, if that's the mindset that I would want for Deontay Wilder, like, I have to figure out how I can hurt Deontay, how I'm going to hurt Tyson Fury. Win, lose, or draw. I want to know how I'm going to hurt that dude. Get somebody in your camp to work with you and have that be your entire focus, man. Skip the crowd, skip the interviews and all that. They ain't paying you any more money to give interviews and to talk to them. You know what I mean? Just focus on what's going on next, man. That's what I would like to see from Deontay Wilder. But if he doesn't do that, and he's like, if he continues to talk to the media, continues to share his thoughts openly, hey, man, more power to the dude. I'm going to support him 100 miles an hour because I think the guy's been great for boxing for the last several years, man. He really has been the guy that made that heavyweight division pop, because there was a lot of games going on with Anthony Joshua. And Deontay Wilder is a very, very exciting fighter. If Tyson Fury winds up being the guy that was holding the championship belt for the heavyweight division, the heavyweight division is going to get a lot less exciting, a lot less fun to watch, and people are going to lose a lot of interest because he's just not that fun a fighter to watch. At least that's my take, man. I think Deontay Wilder did a lot, but Tyson Fury is a great fighter. AJ's a great fighter. The heavyweight division has several very good fighters. I think all the top guys, with the exception of Dillian White, are really good fighters. So, hopefully these guys will all mix it up and we get to see what happens over the next couple years. But Deontay Wilder has definitely done his part, to make this, a good time in heavyweight boxing. Anyway, you let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.